Hello, everyone. My name is Edgar. Welcome to the Creator. Today, we will be doing a collective reading and also individual readings. Donations are accepted, and I will leave those in a brief moment in the comment section if you want to pay me through Cash App or afterwards. I believe I have the link in my description box below of my PayPal. If not, I will be sure to those who have requested to leave a donation through PayPal. I will send you a link at the end. Ooh, that's a little bit too much. There we go. Ooh, now we got some sage going. Okay. So to give you guys a little bit of update, I know that my channel has been not very organized, and I realized that I need to start organizing my life on having a schedule in order to actually best utilize each day for my business as well as my personal life. So I'm going to give you guys a brief description of what I plan to do. I will not be doing lives on Saturday and Sunday anymore because that is when I go out to as a street vendor selling my wares out to the public. But I will, however, be utilizing Tuesday and Thursday as my YouTube and Facebook lives. I have decided that I will do my YouTube videos in the morning and my Facebook videos in the evening. And those times are 9:30 Mountain Standard Time, so that will be 10:30 Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 Western Standard Time. And the same for 3 p.m. is when I'll be doing in the evenings for the Facebook. And I'll eventually switch them up if you guys prefer to have more evening than, morning videos. So today we'll be doing a collective reading, but I wanted you guys to know what I got going on. I have been getting a lot of messages from the spirit on that I need to prioritize my life, organize it better in order to get what I want. It's like there's got to be a balance, and I've been doing pretty well. At least I could use some more work, but anyway. So we will be using the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, and we'll be using the newest member to the family, which is this Astrology Tarot deck. It's got a nice box. It even got this very ornate and beautiful box, and book inside. Okay, I am gonna give my opinion on this tarot deck eventually, but not tonight. I actually just bought this, and I am going to use it to give us a clear idea of what we should be aware of in the heavens, like what this tarot deck in particular I feel would be very useful for those who are very sensitive like myself. I have noticed that I am way totally receptive to the planet energies, and this is a great tool for me to know, hey, what planets are active right now, what planets are affecting my birth chart. And they got some pretty cool spreads too. So, for example, here, excuse me, look at the index. They had they have a soul growth spread. They have a card a day spread and a third eye chakra spread, which I found very, very interesting. I am drawn to use the soul growth spread, which is on page 36. Excuse me. Page 36. To decode. Apologies, I'm still trying to find the deck, the spread. It should be here, but maybe I missed. Okay, it's 28. Here, so growth spread. Okay, cool. So this spread offers a profound insight while remaining simple, making it a great way to hone your reading skills and build a connection to the deck. Life is the school for the evolution of your soul. You are always moving through a lesson. Okay. So the first card will depict what we are learning, while the second card will depict how we are learning it, and then the third card is where this wisdom will take us. Now, mind you, this is a collective reading, so this will not always resonate with everyone who watches it, so take what resonates and don't take what doesn't. And we will be, of course, taking a look into our shadow side and seeing what comes through from the collective consciousness. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I asked for 3 cards, and I got 3 cards. But let me feel. I feel like there's one more. Okay, there it is. Is that everything? Yes. Yes. Okay. Please give me 3 cards. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm being told to pick the top one because that is the theme of this entire reading. Okay, so we got the Lover's card in reversed. We got the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Swords in reversed. And we got the Queen of Cups in upright position. And we got the Moon card in upright position. What I'm getting here, before I even read into like the description, what I'm getting here is a lot of us they are showing me a mirror and how we're looking at us completely and saying, okay, we're making this list that deals with what we don't want, but we're still learning to get what we are getting rid of. They're showing me a list. So like we're making a list of what we don't want, and we're making a list of what we want, and we're making like a graph, or you could say a schedule on how to get rid of these one by one and slowly integrate what we do want. And I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of like not really hesitant, but I feel like I lack for myself in my life. I lack prioritization. I tend to do things a lot in my heart based, but sometimes I need to like prioritize my goals and my work, and that's something I do I get there, but if I learn to prioritize my goals, I would manifest them faster. And that's what I see in myself, and I'm making that commitment, that goal to really look and see, okay, this is what I don't no longer need in my life. I don't need to be doing this bad habit. And but that's what I'm seeing for you guys as well. As you're looking at, okay, these are my bad habits, these are my good habits. I'm gonna, work on getting rid of all these bad habits and putting more good habits. So that's what I'm getting, is that we're cutting what needs to be cut in ourselves and letting our energy be more towards self-expression. I saw an energy a bright energy. So we're being very bright as we are letting go and removing these bad habits. We're building like that energy of like, okay, yes, I'm opening, I'm being more of myself, I'm shining brighter than any than I did before, and I'm getting butterflies. They're showing me a butterfly. The once we learn to pray, and it's funny, once we learn to prioritize the goals that we want to do in order to it's almost like we're prioritizing what we don't want in our life, what we don't need to have, us like habits or actions that we tend to do a lot of but no longer serves us anymore. We're learning how to get rid of that, and we are getting rid of those. It is a slow process, but it's going to transform us. That's why I keep saying the butterfly transformation. It's going to transform us so we can shine even brighter. And that's from beginning, which makes sense because we got the moon and the queen of cups, which both deal with the energy of healing divine feminine. And the theme for this month or this collective reading is trust, patience, and sensuality. What I'm getting here is that some of us need to, when I heard the word, when I said the word sensuality, I felt the loving touch of mother energy. So but of our body. So they're telling us to take the time to love ourselves. That's what I'm getting is do stuff that will like self-care to the body, use your senses to tell your brain that you love yourself, that you care for yourself, that you accept yourself, that you are beautiful, because your senses are going to tell your brain, oh, I do love myself. And that's why I believe everything is interconnected, because the physical is connected to the emotion. The emotion affects the mental, and so on and so forth. So I'm getting that we need to also do some sort of sensualitable pleasures of the senses, just to help us feel that, like, love ourselves. Continue to love yourself. That's always a must. Love yourself always. I'm getting drawn to these roses, and I keep seeing red and pink roses. So be um I'm being told, have a passion to love yourself. Have a passion. Red roses symbolize passion, where pink roses symbolize just gentle love, unconditional love. So have the passion and the drive to love yourself unconditionally. And I'm also getting to be patient. Like myself, I am learning to be patient and just going through the steps. I can't just get to the A and C. I have to go through A, B, and C, and that's okay. I'm getting the being told that it's not about getting rid of the stuff, or getting rid of all these bad habits. What I'm getting is more of the experience of letting, like, we had the experience of having these. Now we're also experiencing how to let these go and accept more of our light, or our goodness. We're learning how to just accept and be, heard the word humble, and I heard the word abundance. So I think it's abundantly humble with ourselves, being able to, like, okay, I love myself. I don't need to, like, do it all at once. Okay. I'm also getting earth energy here. I'm being told by the constellation Taurus to ground yourselves. To get, he's showing me the horns going into the earth like this. And he's saying to really ground and dig up what doesn't serve you, but stay grounded while doing it. Um, and that's what I'm getting. And just trust the process. You're doing great. They're they are all of our guides and collective beings. We're like, even our higher selves, like, we're doing great. Just keep doing what we're doing, and just be ourselves. Be loving, kind, and acceptant of ourselves inside and out. and that's what I'm getting. We have for what we are learning, right? Believe it. Let me wait, double check that because I don't know if it's how you go up. Yeah, what we are learning. So what we are learning is let me actually bookmark this. Like that. So that way I can come back to it. Is this is the Mars card, but it was in reverse. I to me, whenever I'm getting Mars retrograde, whenever a card I'm being told whenever a card is in reverse, read it as though it is in retrograde. That's what I'm being told right now. Is I'm seeing the sword being pierced into Mars. Um, I keep seeing ants crawling across the sky. So ants always, to me, from what I know, they symbolize strength, teamwork. We're learning to take time away from people. That's what I'm getting because the card was in reverse and it said move forward and defend yourself. But what I'm getting is we're learning how to be vulnerable. In this healing process, the key thing we have to be able to be is vulnerable. Vulnerable to let go of all these defenses. Okay. And I also am going through this process of being vulnerable, letting myself not survive in life, but live and love life. And that is what I am slowly learning how to be is not surviving, but loving and living life to as like life, and excuse me, I'm burping, so that means that whenever I burp, that's a release of energy from your lungs and heart space area. Um, I'm learning how to be okay with being vulnerable when I need to be. Don't get me wrong. I won't take you for. I won't be taken advantage of. A high wise. Hope I'm saying this right. Soul. Wise soul 7-7. Hello. Let me drag this a bit closer so I can actually see some of the comments. Sorry. Hi. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I'm doing a collective reading right now, but then I will get to the individual readings. So definitely let me know if you want a reading for yourself specifically. So please let me know that in the comment section. And donations are much appreciative. I will, at the very end, if you want to donate, um, I'll post my Cash App in the description box below. I mean, not in the description box, the comment section. And I will just, if you feel like, $few, it doesn't matter. You don't have to donate if you don't want to. I do this because I love giving the guidance that to people that really need it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm getting from back to the collective reading is we're learning how to be vulnerable enough to where, like, we built I keep seeing walls. We built so many walls that now it's time to let those walls go. What these walls, they protected us at one point in time, but now it's time to let them down and be our true self, our true expression. Is what I'm getting from Archangel Azrael is to be our true expression in our heart because these walls stopped us from being our true expression when these walls that once protected us are now harming us. Everything is built, like everything we do within us is built either to protect us at one point in time, but sometimes those are no longer necessary. And that's what I'm actually really learning, is to let go of things that no longer serve me, like internally. Yes, physically and in the physical world, but also emotionally. And I'm loving this process. I'm so grateful for it because I am so resonating with this too. It's kind of interesting. Um, so yeah, with the Mars in reverse, instead of defending ourselves, we're learning to let ourselves open ourselves up and vulnerable to a point. Don't get me wrong. Don't be vulnerable to the point where you're being taken advantage of. But they're saying being able to let these guards, these protection, much more protectional energy walls, to let them go because they're not serving us. They're actually harming us. And to stop. I'm getting the image of just secluding ourselves and really looking at ourselves within, whether it be through meditation or just sitting and thinking or talking out loud. Hi, hold on. Hi, Radha. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm so sorry if I don't. Hello, gorgeous. Um, I am doing a collective reading. I have still yet to read the descriptions, but I'm currently doing what I'm picking up right now. Okay, that's good to hear. Um, So yeah, I'm currently doing a collective reading. I am giving you what I'm picking up from spirit from the cards, but then as you always know, I like to give the description from the book as well, just because it gives also greater insight. We have the Pluto card upright, which makes so much sense because this whole theme was, it's all about being able to make a list of everything that no longer serves our internal. It's more of an internal thing. It's not an external thing, but I feel like it. What I mean by internal is in the heart space is what I'm getting. This is the whole theme of what we need to do collectively. I'm getting that this is something that we all need to do and be able to just let go. Um, what so we're learning how to prioritize what no longer serves us, and I'm getting the sense of like we're going one by one by one. We're not doing all of them at once, but we're working our way down the list. That's how I see it, is we're working our way down the list of what no longer serves us now, because we made these walls or these barriers to protect us, and they did serve their purpose to protect us, but now they're harming us from experiencing the life that you love to live and experiencing life and like living life and loving life. And instead, we're now trying to survive life, so to speak. And that's a lesson I'm slowly, gradually opening myself up to it, because I, at one point in time, I still fall back in those ways, don't get me wrong, but I'm working on it. I'm working on living and loving life. And that's, this is so resonates with me. But I hope, you find it very insightful. Yes, you can. Oh, Rad. Yeah, what's up, Rad? Okay, I can do that, Rad. um, but yeah, and it's interesting because I kept getting the butterfly image, and we got Pluto with a butterfly, and which means a death, a transformation. I'm getting ego death. So again, whenever it comes to ego, it's what we identify as, and I believe there's two parts of the identity. There's the mental part, but also the emotional part to the thought form of what we identify as. For example, at one point in time, you thought, this is an example, guys. Say you thought you were ugly. You must feel it emotionally before you think it. You have to feel a certain emotion in order to think that you're ugly. And not that you guys are ugly. I know you guys are all gorgeous in your own beautiful uniqueness, but transformation is something I am going through right now. Same here, Rod. Same here. we're always transforming and evolving every day. That is evolution in its purest form. We're evolving, we're transforming every day. So, but I feel like, yeah, but back to what I was saying is that um, we're learning how to, where was I? I lost my train of thought. I apologize. Turn back step. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for reminding. But yeah, I believe the identity is made from the heart first because we have to feel a certain emotion in order to think that. And that's why Taurus and kept giving me the feeling of using sensuality, using our senses to tell our brain, our thoughts, that we love ourselves, that we accept ourselves, that we are beautiful, that we are strong, we are confident. Those using the senses as what tells the brain everything around us, our sight, our taste, our sense of hearing, our smell, our touch. These senses are what help the brain navigate the third dimensional. And that's what I've been also beginning to understand, that it's important to utilize my senses in order to rewire my brain because I'm slowly getting rid of what I identify as. Yes, the super consciousness meditation that I do does help, but I also feel like for me, what I've also noticed is that if I take the time to use my senses to tell my brain to in my day-to-day activity after I do a super consciousness meditation, that I am what I've telling my super consciousness to identify and rewire my identity as in my brain. I feel like that helps using the senses to help me rewire myself. It says evolution and the art are we are transforming into a free butterfly. Yes, so much. Um, but that's what I'm getting is that we're slowly starting to transform. I'm seeing a cocoon and we're just now like there's this crack and I can start seeing the thing opening up. So we're all slowly transforming. Um we got the last card and this card in particular, the Pluto card, it is a connection to how we are learning about it. So how we're learning to be able to let ourselves let go of what used to protect us because Mars is a warrior god in Greek and Roman mythology. Ares in Greek and Mars in Roman mythology, they were depicted as the warrior, the soldier. He wasn't just a person that brought about hate and war, bloodlust, and all the negative emotion, but he also protected love. That's why you see a lot of stories about how Venus and Mars or Aphrodite and Aries would be madly in love with each other because Mars would protect Venus or Aphrodite would be protected by Aries because there is like love is worth fighting for. You all heard that felt that way before. Love is worth fighting for. So in a way, we used we must let the warrior stand down, the protector, our protective self. What we used to protect ourselves with, we have to help tell it to stand down. I don't need you to protect me anymore in that area of my heart space anymore. And that's what I'm being told is that it's not Mars isn't bad. It's just sometimes he needs to be told and to stand down, to let us be okay with being able to express ourselves. Because we used to protect ourselves so much that we're not expressing ourselves anymore in the truest form. Does that make sense? And the last card, which is the third card, it says where the wisdom will take you. We got the Yang card, which Yang is physical. To me, I have to double check. I'm getting physical energy with this though. And it has the Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, excuse me, and the Sagittarius and Aquarius. Now, what's very interesting is that in Wiccan tradition, fire and air were, I believe I have to double check my notes, but for sure, excuse me, fire. I'm not too sure about air, but I believe it's air too. There is a masculine energy more, and masculine energy is to me always more of physical work, more of structure and order, where I've always felt like feminine energy to me was more of healing, um, being able to take a step back and readjust, heal ourselves, not be caught up in the physical, but more taking time to heal our emotional, mental, or spiritual aspect of our life. And what's very interesting is it says proactivity, expression, and doing and forward motion. And if you look closely, how the moon is like lying down in the grass and the sun is like up in the air. What I'm seeing is that if we how do I say this? If we I don't know how to explain this because I have a hard time explaining what I'm trying to express. So give me a few moments. What hope I'm saying right, but what I'm seeing is like the moon is lying down because it is putting all that we have now, let go of to rest. I was talking about how the Mars needs to stand down. We're putting to rest that protective shield or that protective whatever we want to call it, and being okay with letting us shine, to be our true self. So a lot of my vulnerabilities deal with being not being so comfortable and letting myself express myself to the fullest. And I have a hard time doing that. I'm very shy when it comes to public speaking. I don't really feel comfortable in a lot of crowds. And I got to be okay with that because if I can't do that, then I won't be able to reach what I want to express myself because I want to reach thousands of people and hold seminars. So I got to be okay with expressing the all of me, myself, and all of its entirety. And that's why I feel like the shadow work is important to me. I'm actually, Virgin Mary is helping me a lot with this. So I love and thank you so much, Virgin Mary. She is an ascended master. She carries the rose gold flame. If you want to tap into her energy, I would suggest using roses or the colors red. Red is good for telling her, like, if you hold wearing red and you want to show your love and thanks to her, you would wear red. Is what I'm getting from her. And I've been told that from her that pink would be what you're asking her to help you bring in a loving manner. That's what I'm being told. Okay, so now that we got those out of the way, I will read the Deviant Moon tarot part of it, and then also the astrology part, and I'll read you the descriptions. So we had the Lovers card in reversed. We had the Seven of Swords in reversed, but then the Queen of Cups and the Moon card in upright position. So let's start with the Lovers card. Lovers card. Let's see, Lovers card. Sorry. It says separation, division, and conflict. Um, I'm not getting so much conflict within physical people, but more like conflicting with ourselves. I'm getting some of us are finding it difficult to transition into what I feel like consciously we know what we want to transition as, but we're still struggling on an internal level. And that's why I keep doing this because that's what they're showing me is like we're trying to like twist it one way when it really goes this way. It opens and it's almost like we're conflicting with ourselves or somewhat hesitating in our heart space. It's all in the heart. that we're hesitating and conflicting. But we're learning to separate that conflict away from us. That we're learning to just be okay with letting this stuff go now, and division to divide it. And then we got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is in reverse, so it means a plan well thought out and strong advice. So as long as we have a plan well thought out, yeah, I read that right. We'll be allowed, well, not allowed, but we'll be able to transform fully. And that's why I've been told by Virgin Mary to prioritize, to focus on what I want to get rid of first, and be able to organize. I'm being told to organize my life, and this will help me get rid of the stuff these barriers that no longer serve us anymore. That's what I'm being told. Is prioritize a schedule, set some time out of the day, however you want to schedule your plate, your palette of life, so to speak, and make time to, I'm getting meditate, take time to just sit back, journal, and write down what you want to get rid of first. I suggest doing a list of what you want to get rid of, what you can see is no longer serving you. Not just what you don't want, what you want to get rid of, but what also you can feel and know in yourself that this habit or this aspect of you no longer serves you anymore. And that's what I'm being told, is that don't just write what you want to get rid of. Write what you know in your heart that you need to get rid of right now, that is no longer serving you in your heart space. Excuse me. It's like someone keeps blowing air in my ear. It itches me like crazy. And that's usually when they're trying to that's a sign to pay attention, to listen. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, is that as long as we have a well thought out plan, we'll be just fine and transform completely and most beautifully. I'm getting flower, but I'm seeing a purple, orange, and blue butterfly, but it's like a monarch butterfly. That's what the pattern is, but it's not orange, black, and white. It's purple, blue, and orange. And purple represents divine royalty, but it also represents your third eye chakra. I'm getting it more in reference to chakra because that's what it is. They're telling me it's not really yes and no, but it's more so dealing with the mind. So that purple third eye chakra, the throat chakra, so we'll be able to express our heart with our words to the fullest, and mentally as well. But I'm also getting the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra deals with that is also in connection to the root chakra, which deals with survival instincts and stuff in negative manner. They're saying that a lot of us we should do some meditation with the sacral chakra, because I'm getting the fact that this will help us in an energetic sense, not be in a place of fear, anxiety, worry, survival instincts. I'm being told if it doesn't matter if you do them individually or do a 7 chakra meditation alignment. It doesn't matter, but they say it's better to just do all of them, because that would just take care of all of them instead of just doing one. Because you'll be sitting down okay, I'm ready to meditate, and then instead of just focusing on one, they say it would be just beneficial and all to do all of them at once, through a meditation or a Tibetan bowl vibrational chakra activation. It would just be beneficial overall to do that. I'm also, now we got the Queen of Cups. Okay. I'm being told to listen up is what I'm getting, is these are the exact words, is to listen up and stay focused. I'm getting the sense that all of us who want this transformation, that we're seeking this, being in the higher heart space instead of the low heart space. Um, instead of being in the low heart space and surviving life, I'm getting, this is the whole thing, is the heart space. Taurus is always there's rose energy. I've always felt Taurus had roses. Roses was a type of connection to Taurus, but I'm also getting is Virgin Mary or the Lady of Guadalupe. That person is going to be very beneficial to you. So do something that will help, like pray to her, or someone that represents love. Whatever belief system you have is someone that's going to show you how to be able to be in the higher heart space instead of the low heart space, is what I'm being told, is to connect to someone in your belief that can help you reach into the higher heart space instead of the lower heart space. So I'm just being told to listen up and do the work. You guys got this. It's like it's kind of like a pep talk, is what I'm kind of getting the feeling, is like they're trying to give us a pep talk. It's like, listen up, you can do this. Now get out there and like how our coach is like, listen up, you can do this. Da 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 da. And now go out there and do that. So it's just, I'm getting that vibe, is that they're giving us that pep talk. And I'm getting it through this reading, is that almost like they're telling us to like a pep talk, what to do. This is the play. I'm getting like the metaphor of this referee or coach, and this coach is like called a timeout, and we're the team. So you're the leader of this. I think it's the quarterback that's the leader. I have no idea in football. I don't know much about football, but they're saying that you're the leader of this entire team, and he's telling you to do this play, and this play, which is your priorities, what goals and plans, and prioritizing your goals and plans, and how to plan it out. So you know how a football must go to the other end of the goal, and there's a play, and the play is the plan to reach that said goal. So we're prioritizing the plan to reach the end result that we're seeking. This is what I'm being told, and they're just giving us a pep talk. This is a pep talk moment for them. So, but anyway, the Queen of Cups. Let's find the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups in upright position is kind, caring person, and devoted, imaginative, and a guiding personality. And I feel like this is more of what we're going to start becoming, is more kind and caring person, and devoted to being kind and caring to our person, ourselves. Being able to be kind and caring to us in a very devoted way. And then we got the Moon card, which I believe is a major card. Let me find it. Here we go. The Moon in upright position, which is brainwashing, dark influences, trickery, illusion, and subconscious control. And what I'm getting here is that the Moon, like, this is gonna, when I heard the word brainwashing, I saw an ocean kind of sweep the word away. It was like I was seeing the moon, but I was seeing whatever was in our subconscious. I was seeing some dark stuff in the subconscious metaphor. They were showing me like this black mist above the water, and the water basically washed away with the moon energy. It's almost like the moon and the water energy washed the brainwashing away, washed the dark influences wash the trickery and illusion and subconscious control. It's almost like we're washing away all this stuff that we don't want anymore in our subconscious. Let's see if there's any comments. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. I read the Deviant Moon, but now let's also read the tarot for the Zodiac. It's called the Heavenly Bodies Astrology, the Little Guidebook. Now this is a brand new deck, so forgive me for looking at the book so much. I am still learning about this tarot deck, so please, bear with me. I've got tarot, which is 64, page 64, and we got, okay, planets, okay, sorry. So Taurus is 64. Okay, let's see. Okay, so like Mother Nature herself, Taurus is grounded in the process of becoming. It understands that a goal and the pathway towards it are one and the same, and moving through time with patient stability. It's tempered like a flower and won't be rushed, growing from seed to sprout to bud to blossom. Taurus is one with the earth and loves experiencing through life through the senses. Being Venus ruled, it is a lover of beauty, valuing everything from art to fine food to body work. It appreciates architecture, beautiful landscapes, and enjoys luxuries and accumulating things of value. The shadow of this energy, of course, being overly materialistic, lost in the superficial, even in its earthiness, can be problematic and excessive because a flower's path to bloom being set in its ways makes it stubborn. There's no changing nature's course, however, when balanced. Taurus is an optimal energy for any living thing because it's wired to live by Mother Nature's laws. It's in flow with the rhythm of life, poised to thrive and enjoy what Earth has to offer. And this is so explaining everything. This confirms the message I received when I was at this party on Saturday. I just got back, so but what I'm being told is that what I'm being told is, well, this is what explains the whole message I got before I even came home. I wasn't even gonna do a reading, but they told me to come on here and do a live and do a collective reading, and this explains that the message I got from this person wasn't just meant for me. It was meant for you guys to hear as well, but I was told that I guess I'm both the messenger but also the receiver of the message, because I met this woman who was telling me how I need to start, that my spirit guides were telling me to start thriving and loving life and living life instead of surviving it, and to prioritize myself. So instead of just being scattered and frantic and oh, I gotta do this, and trying to survive and manage all this, I need to bring it all back, prioritize, organize, and schedule a week, schedule the week, be able to prioritize and organize myself and have a schedule going. And then that's also a message I'm getting for you, is I'm getting this is something that we're all going into, because I keep bringing up Taurus, Virgin Mary energy and Earth. So, but this kind of is interesting because As you guys know, if you don't follow this, but it's okay. But there are ascended masters that are energetically guiding said country. Right now, Saint Germain is in charge of America, whereas Jesus Christ was before Saint Germain. There was Jesus Christ as an ascended master watching over. But what I'm getting though is that Virgin Mary and Mother Earth are working on the whole of the earth and spreading this energy. And I'm getting that this is activating people. I'm getting a sense of they're activating people on a global scale, but I'm also a conduit for that energy. So this message is activating. They keep showing me light codes, numbers. Um, so that I keep saying 00102110111, and I don't know what those mean, but I'm getting the feeling that they're activating people, because that's why when I sometimes move my hands like this, it's because there's energy flow. So I want you guys to know that. So it's coming through me out to you guys, but I'm getting the feeling like Virgin Mary is sending her energy to the earth, and Mother Earth is also sending that in from the core. So Mother Mary is sending it from the outside in, and Mother Earth is sending it from the inside out. So we're getting hit in both internal and external ways, and it's like really powerful and strong. And that's what I'm being told, is that she's sending her love and energy, her unconditional love energy. And I'm being reminded about a order of it's a type of group. It's like kind of like the Hermetic Order of the Golden Bull, Golden Dawn, or is it Golden Bull? There is a Brotherhood of Light, but then there's also another Brotherhood or church that they use the cross and the rose as their main insignia. And I can't remember for the life of me. I'll have to double check in my notes though. And they also revolve around this principle, is what I'm getting, is that the cross, she's showing me the cross and the rose in the center. A silver cross, to be exact, with a pink rose. And silver is feminine energy, but the cross also symbolizes a protection. I'm getting the fact that her love is protecting us, not letting us strive too far away to where we're going to throw the whole earth into chaos. You know, um, that's what I'm being told. And so let's go to Mars. Let's see, Mars. Mars was in reverse. Yeah, Mars. Perfect. So, sorry. Governing the realm of personal survival and drive, Mars is the most primitive of the planets. The hot-headed force has an eye on the prize. This position, its energy affects your determination and how you get things done. It's also linked to war, battle, and how you soldier through life towards your goal. In mythology, the energy of Mars is embodied by Aries, lover to Venus Aphrodite. Aries is a rowdy god, only tamed through dancing, battle, and sex. Similarly, the expression of Mars varies greatly from person to person, but it must be released. The means of release is less important, but the expression itself is vital. If Mars is blocked, aggression turns inward, causing depression and self-destruction. Ideally, the desires of Venus are explored through the will of Mars as the two work together in perfect synergy. The energies are determination, will, courage, personal survival. but they also symbolize experiences of how to actualize your desires, how you get what you want, and self-defense. It is an omen to harness your inner soldier, accomplish something today, chip away at a small nagging item on your to-do list, and begin a longer project. Perhaps you've been swimming with ideas, inspiration, and you're not knowing where to begin. Streamline your intention and take one absurd step towards your dream reality. This energy may come as a sign to slow down and reevaluate what you're working hard towards. Have you been soldiering on unclear what it is you're fighting for? Tunnel vision, etc., etc. And then we got the Pluto card here. So with its X-ray vision, Pluto reveals toxicity in the systems. You learn on it in complacency to think you draw on for trying to see it, identity, status, beliefs, careers, relationships. It bears the underbelly of your structures, revealing buried secrets and hidden truths. This is the realm of death and rebirth. It highlights broken pieces you're incarnated to heal in this lifetime, and facing its karmic challenges is your ticket to evolution of your soul. Sweet. Um, it says here again, energetics is karma, buried secrets, survival, the taboo, experiences, death, rebirth, transformation, where you broken, purge, and renew, power, sex, and your soul's evolution. Then the last card is the Yang, which is sure it's up. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Divine masculine energy, one half of creation. This force pushes the spiritual realm inward, night. Well, the spiritual realm's inward night into the physical light of day. Outward and proactive, doing energy. It's tangible, linear. The shadow is impatient, aggressive, while the energies are also proactivity, expression, masculinity, outward, physical. Okay, so that is the collective reading. I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, or if certain things resonated with you, I want you to know that just take what you resonate with and don't, just leave what doesn't behind. I am now going to post my Cash App and in the description box. Hashtag, just in case if someone wants to skip the line. Oops. Donations are appreciative, and this is also how you skip the line if you donate the creator 0126910. There you go. And then I'm also gonna grab my phone and also because I'm also watching on my phone here to also because sometimes I don't the PayPal link doesn't work in the description box. So I try to okay, a short one. What do you mean short one? Oh, I asked the question. Yeah, of course. Sorry, trying to see. Okay, yes. Go ahead. Ask your question. I am simply getting the PayPal link and then I. go to my. Let's see. Go to. Where's my wallet? Let's go to wallet. No, wallet. Thank you. Wallet. No, that's not what I want. Maybe paid and get paid. That's what it is. Oh, that's not it. It was here a minute ago. No. Give me a minute, guys. I'm usually able to find it. It's weird. It's very weird. Dashboard. Go to PayPal balance. That's very weird. I'm usually able to find it. That's why I'm okay. So, alright, I'll figure it out later. It says, give me a sec. General love rating for the rest of the year, and will let me my future partner. Thanks. Okay. Would you oh, forgot to give you guys the decks. So we have the astrology tarot deck. In this big fancy box, if you guys can read it. It's called the Heaven Bodily Astrology deck. We do have the Deviant Moon deck, so you guys seen these cards before. And we also have the Fairy Tarot deck and the Angel Tarot deck. So if you want deck one is the Astrology deck. Deck 2 is your Deviant Moon deck. Deck 3 is the Fairy deck, and then deck 4 is the Angel deck. Now, for you in particular, Miss, is it Miss or Mr.? I don't remember. Mr. or Mrs. Rad? Can you just message or to deck? Okay. Miss. Okay, Mrs. Fred. I'm being really drawn to both deck 1 and 2, which I'm getting this is supposed to, like, there's some stuff as far as your love life on a psychological level is what I'm getting, but I'm also getting from this deck in particular, they're talking about your stars. You know, your star chart. Like, if you hear, oh yeah, of course, I'll tell you what I hear, what I pick up. But let me shuffle the cards and see what comes through, because I am receiving messages, but I also want to give you some cards to see what comes through the cards. But what I'm being told right now is that just be patient a little bit longer. He's on his way, or he or she is on his way, but they're still going through some things that you guys, from what I'm getting, this person is somewhere in the mental space. It's like kind of getting ready to get out of his head and go into the heart space, but it's almost like he or she is finishing up what he or she needs to do before physically meeting you. That's what I'm getting, is that just be a patient a little bit longer. Sorry. Apologies. I'm definitely seeing pink roses though. This is something that they're saying specifically. Is to just continue to do a lot of self love, unconditional self love, and self care. Just continue to love yourself, because the more you love yourself and accept yourself, the faster it is you're gonna have um, that person in your life. As long as you love yourself and accept yourself, you're gonna have an easier time navigating your love life. It's something that I had first. This is something that I'm picking up, is as long as you continue to love yourself and just treat yourself with loving, kind, unconditional love and kindness, is that's what I'm getting, is that then you'll have that moment. There you go. So as far as the deviant moon, we got the Three of Cups in reverse, we got the King of Pentacles, and we got the Page of Swords in reverse, but the Ace of Swords in upright position, which is very interesting. What I'm getting here is that from these two cards in particular, they're giving me the feeling that that there's something, I don't know now or later, but I'm getting the feeling you're gonna need to cut something, but I'm getting it more in the heart space, more in what you identify as something that you identify as that you'll need to get rid of in order to be independent. You must be independent and not dependent on someone else's love. I'm getting that maybe that's something that you tend to do often in relationships, is depend on their love to self-validate you. And they're telling me in order to find the right love is that you must let go of what it is that, like, let go of the self-validation, like having someone's opinion doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you are you. So I'm getting that feeling is that you did something in the heart space where I don't know if you do, or if sometimes in certain scenarios you seek self-validation through either through people or through your work. But there's that area where you need to stop, like I keep feeling and seeing the word self-validating. So I'm getting that, be more independent and just be confident in you. I'm getting these are qualities that you will need in order to meet him, because I'm getting that the reason why he hasn't crossed your path yet is because there's still the both of you still need some work done, like your individual healing processes. And yours has to do with being independent and not codependent on someone else's validation or someone else's love. Does that make sense? Does that resonate? I used to do that, but I don't do that anymore. Okay. Being told to now the word solidify. I'm getting the feeling of solidifying it. You're starting to solidify it. So that's probably why I keep seeing pink roses, is that they're letting me know that you're doing the work that you need to do in order to meet him in the physical sense. And just to keep doing that, continue to solidify. I don't know why I keep doing this. It's kind of like there's a river or a dress of flowers. So a flowing of loving yourself. The dress symbolizes to me, I'm getting the Empress card in my hand. So I'm going to read that out at the end. But I'm also getting the Knight of Pentacles is someone who has anything. I'm getting the Charioteer card is what they're showing me in my head when I look at the Knight of Pentacles. So you've had to go through some trials and tribulations, so to speak, some shadow work. Yeah, that makes perfect sense because it's like you've already done the work to on the physical plane and emotional plane. Like you're like starting. You've done the work to acknowledge that you don't need to have self validation or be dependent on someone else. You're now starting to become not the knight anymore. I'm getting that you're at the knight stage, but you're gonna become the page and then the queen of of you, the authority, the emperor card. I'm getting that you now said, okay, I've went through all these trials and tribulations and I've learned these lessons. Now it's time to solidify what I've learned and now embody my truth. That's what I'm getting, is that it's just you're now solidifying everything. And this, as you solidify this, I want you to they're being told to let you know to notice a difference. Notice how some things like getting interactions with people seem to go more in your favor. Notice as you start to, be yourself and be true to yourself that you're going to have more easier time communicating with people. But that's why I think the Three of Cups is in reverse. Where's that card? Just the Three of Cups. Let me look at the deck again. Three of Cups, Three of Cups, Three of Cups. Once. Here. The Three of Cups in reverse represents illness, loss of life, and pleasures. But what I'm getting the feeling is the loss of during that lesson or shadow period, you kind of lost yourself. It's like, what am I now without the validation of these people? And now you're starting to like, well, it doesn't matter what these people think of me, how it doesn't matter. I don't need their validation or self validation and independent. I don't need to be dependent on them. And I know your question is like, what does this have to do with love? This month, love reading. Well, honestly, in order to love from what I've learned from spirit of my own experience, I didn't meet my twin flame. I just met, but it was only through working on myself first that I was able to meet him in the physical. And that's what I'm getting is that don't be like the. I know that that's weird. They're showing me the Rapunzel series where she's in the tower waiting for that lover. Don't be the tower. Don't be the one just sitting there waiting. Because it took years and years and years for her to get there, to find Eugene. So don't just. It won't happen like that. I'm being told to not just sit in the tower and just wait forever. That's what I'm being told is that you need to do the effort in order to meet the person. You need to put some effort in yourself in order to meet the person. It takes effort to find love and to stay in love. Um. So that's the Three of Cups. Now we got the Knight of Pentacles. Let's go to the Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh no, excuse me. The Knight to the Queen. So the Knight of Pentacles in upright position is persistent, methodical, mundane, ritualistic. This kind of acknowledges this card confirms and acknowledges how you've been persistent and very logically methodical about how you go about tackling the shadow work, but also confirming and acknowledging how you're taking a very logical and methodical approach to solidifying it. With the Page of Swords, Page of Swords. It says here in reverse, it means deceit, liar, and false friend. And what I'm being told is more, I think this is what I'm being told. I saw the image of your shadow self. It's almost like you're hearing this tiny little voice. Is that really you? You know, like the inner child is like, that's, it's almost like, again, there's that conflict energy, that little voice trying to tell you otherwise when you're about to shine. You know how you have those naysayers. That's what I'm getting. It's like this little voice that you really just like that. And just like, and you feel so happy, but there's like this voice telling you like, no, don't do that. But that's what I'm getting, is don't listen to that little nagging voice telling you otherwise. Then there is the Ace of Swords with an upright position, which means perfection, balance of material and spiritual realms, prosperity, having the will to succeed. So once you solidify what you've learned, what I'm being told is that once you solidify what you've learned, you're gonna have the balance of the material and spiritual and emotional, mental, all just overall balance, to where you can then be able to receive this person and this person you want in your life without having to go through as many struggles or battles. And it's not gonna, if you're unbalanced and this person comes in your life, he's just gonna completely tornado you out of existence. Like, he's just gonna completely fuck you up. So that's why there's that imbalance part to it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting, is that I think overall, when I talk to spirit, they talk more about when it comes to love. They always seem to talk about how the person you first, then the person you're talking about. Does that make sense? And that's why they're saying that's how you need to do yourself, is you first before this person, because only you can always unconditionally love yourself. You know what I mean? But these two cards, I'm being told, have come into play, is the Strength card and the Magician in reverse, which is very interesting. So the Strength card, let's see, the Strength card. Let's see what that symbolizes. Strength. In upright position means power, strength from within. And I believe this is something that, this is dealing with him personally. That he has power, strength from within. He's very endurance. And then there's the Magician card. I will go to bed as soon as I am done with these lives. Okay? I know I've had a schedule, but you guys told me you guys would make an exception because of what I'm giving them updates and stuff. You guys told me you would make an exception, okay? And I will start my schedule tomorrow. Sorry, sometimes my spirit guides sometimes we talk. Look, can you make an exception? And trust me, I am going to get on that schedule, like I have said. But it's unfair to just do a collective rating and give an update when there are people asking for guidance too. Okay? I got this. Sorry. I was talking to my spirit guides and they were like, you should be in bed. It's like, well, wait a minute. Some of my other guides were like, it's okay because I was anyway, whatever. Enough about them. But the Magician card being in reverse is putting one's gifts to ill use. I feel like this is what he's having to go through. He's having to face, is not putting himself aside. Because it says putting one's gifts to ill use. He's not putting himself first. The lack of imagination, confusion, uncoordinated efforts, unable to learn new skills. So he's having a hard time right now putting himself first. So he's like, you're one step ahead of him, but he's at the very beginning. So you're right around the same level. And what I'm getting is that once he masters that it doesn't matter what other people think and, self-validation and stuff, and he starts solidifying himself, that's when you guys will meet. But I'm getting more of a feeling that you won't start seeing, I'm getting repetitive numbers. If you start seeing repetitive numbers, I'm trying to see what that says. Vot F dot F Y L. To see the lam. Trying to see the lam nemiad. Can you tell me what that is, what you're trying to say? Because I don't know what that means. And honestly, I if that is a link, I would kindly ask that you please remove that, please. Yes, I do see numbers. Okay, because that they're telling me that there are messages for you. So if they're repetitive numbers, just look them up. I suggest this book called Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. He's really good. He has a book, and this book I would definitely recommend to anyone who's into angel numbers. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to block them yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. I am gonna remove that comment because I don't know what that is, but I do feel like that's a link, and I don't appreciate that. That's in the future. What does that say? Dalam? In the future, Dalam, please ask my permission before posting a link and tell me what this link is first, okay? Please and thank you very much. Okay. But definitely check out that book because that book would be very useful. I am being told by my guides to purchase that book specifically. No, not Ratty. You don't have to retract your comments. I was talking to the law. Okay, but then I'm also being told to something of from this deck, and then I'm being told to get off. They're like bugging me, my spirit guides, and it is 9:47 right now, so this will be the last reading I'll do tonight with Miss Rad, and because I like I said they want me to be on a schedule, and so I like I said, it's important for me to be on a schedule. Well, I'm let me at least give you some cards from here, and then I'll explain what those mean. And can you at least give me one card for Miss Rod? I got one card that fell out the date. That's so funny. Is that ninth house? It's interesting. Is spiritual growth. This is exactly what you're doing, is solidifying what you've learned to grow into. Now the ninth house is see the ninth house is the energies is life, philosophy, ethics, and place of worship. The experiences, spiritual growth, long journeys, foreign travel, gaining a broader perspective, which is what you're doing in the heart space and higher education. I would like to ask you guys if you guys would like to do a card a day, or I don't know if it's a card. I should just call it a card a day reading, where you get a single card from the astrology deck, and then you get a single card from the Deviant Moon deck. And this is the overall energy message for the day. Or I should call these videos, I'm thinking a message a day. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting, I'm feeling like because I'm doing some YouTube videos in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's my schedule, guys. From now on, is that I'll be doing my YouTube videos 9:30 Mountain Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Time, and then 8:30 Western Standard Time. That is what I'm doing my YouTube videos in the morning. Then I'm also doing my Facebook at 3 p.m. But I will switch them after 2 weeks to see how people react to that because I don't know. Depends on how you guys do it, how you guys prefer it. Just let me know if you prefer to have the YouTube videos in the evening around 3:30, 3:30, rather than 9:30 in the morning. And just so let me know in the comment section if you prefer evenings over mornings for my YouTube videos. Also, if you guys are into the a message a day, definitely comment that you would love such a YouTube video series where I give you guys a message a day from the spirit angelic realm. Okay. Right now, that's all I really got to say. I was gonna do a super consciousness meditation, but I'll edit it out. But for night for now. Nighttime. Okay. Well, namaste. God bless. Well met and blessed thee. May your travels be abundant. May your travels be abundant with blessings and truth. Namaste.